In today's video, I will show you how to take out the power supply unit on the Dell Precision T5500 or Dell Precision T3500 workstation computer. So first thing you must do is remove the case. There's this latch here, press back. This thing is going to come down like that. Just pull it out. Next thing we have to do is we need to get the front panel open. I don't know if that's good or not. Let me get a better angle. About that. Okay. Here. There's a little thing here, as you can see, where my finger is. Pull it out this way. I pull that back and I push this up to get this panel out, metal panel. Next thing I need to do is I need to press down on this and then push this out like that. And I need to push down on this, push this out, because I need some room to remove this thing here, which I will be doing now. Next thing we have to do is we need to remove some screws. There are 4 screws here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We need to remove these 4 Phillips screws out to remove this power supply unit. These might be on very tight, so you're gonna have to use a little bit of force. But for me, I just already loosened it, so it's easy for me. But maybe when you first do it, will require some force. So they're really tight. Power supplies do fail. They have to be replaced. If yours failed, you could buy another one like this for the Dell T3500 or T5500. T5500's power supply is, I think, about, let me see how much wattage that is. The model is H875 EF-00. That's the model number for the power supply. It's an 875 watt power supply. So if you get the power supply for the Dell Precision T3500, that will be, I think, 525 or 550 watt. So it's smaller, so just keep that in mind. However, you could use the power supply for the Dell Precision T3500 if you want. It would fit just like that. Okay, now it's loose, but we need to do one more thing before we get it out. So let me get that out like that. This thing is quite heavy. So there's this cable connector that's connected where you can see my hand. Let me get the flashlight. See better here. You see my hand on it. There's a little tab that you have to press, but you have to press from both sides. You can't do that because it's laid flat like this, and you can't reach the other end. So what you can do is, I'll show you. I think there's a little latch to remove the power supply here. So we have to move this up to remove it. On the bottom here, let me show you exactly. There's a little thing that you can press to loosen the power supply. There's a little tab, as you can see right here. You press down on that and you can release that. So I'm going to do that right now then. Loosen it so I can release the power supply. I'm going to press down on that, push like that. As you see, I moved that tab up so I can lift it. I do have to lift it in order to be able to pull out the cable. Let's see. Okay. So now I got it out. And I'll show you after I pull it out how that looks like. Here it is. So I have to press the two tabs in to get it out, right? Because when it goes in, it expands in here, and that's how it keeps it in place. This is all you have to do to remove the power supply. It's quite simple. Let me show you what I just removed. Show you what I'm talking about. Here's this thing, as you can see, when I press, that would release it, but I have to pull it out at the same time. So this is a little bit more tricky to get out, but you can get it out. Either you could replace the capacitor in this that failed by taking it apart. So there's 2 screws here. On the other side, there's 2 more screws. There's these screws that are secured in place, and I think maybe these also. No, that's for the connector probably. And you just take it out and you could replace the capacitor if you want. Or you could just get a whole new power supply and put it in. So I'll put it in and I'll show you how to do that as well. Like I said, power supplies have to be replaced. They do break down. So to get it in, it's like this, as you can see. If you get your new power supply, let's say, push it in, get it in like that. Make sure you get this cable here and move it back so you can get it in. It just goes in just like that and it snaps into place. And then as for this thing, you just push it back in. It goes in just one way. It should not require a lot of force to get in. Just push it in there and that's it. Show you. Now I got it in, securely in place. Let me see. Make sure it's in all the way. So you try to pull it out. Now it doesn't come out. So that means it's securely in place. Just like that. And make sure I'm just gonna push it in again just to make sure. Pull it out. I think that's pretty secure. Press down on that. Push this down again. We can keep the power supply there. Oh, sorry. so freaking heavy. Okay, so I'm going to put the power supply back in, so I just screw the screws back in like this. You don't have to put it over tighten it, just make sure it's in there nice and firm, because it's being held in place by the tab, so you can use these as reinforcements as well. Okay. Okay, that's good. So let's get the front panel back on. As you can see, the reason why I removed the front panel is so I could get more space, so I could remove the power supply. That's why I did it. So press down on this, push it in, then we lock it back in place. Put this thing in here. As you can see, there's a hinge. Put the hinge in. Get a better angle. Okay, that's better. That's a better angle. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, that's in. So let's get this front bezel back on. As you can see, there's a hook. Hook it into this area, and then just get it in. Align it to the top. Whoops. Didn't quite do that right. If you screwed up, press on that again. Maybe that's a better angle. Okay. Okay, now it's in securely in place. I think it's perfect. So let's get the side panel back on, and that's pretty much it. That's how you replace the power supply in this computer. Align it. There's little tabs, as you can see here. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Align it to the holes on the bottom, like that. It goes in like a door hinge, and just get it in and push this in. You push this in, and that's pretty much it. That's what I want to share with you today. If you want to know where you can get a new power supply, yeah, I'll leave it in the video descriptions below. You don't have to use Dell's proprietary power supply. You can use any ATX power supply. However, you cannot use that connector to connect it to a regular power supply. If you get a Dell power supply, you can just connect it just like that with the connector. It's very simple, and that's it. Thank you for watching.